I am here with Cole Groom and Alex Seybold from Cal Poly Swim. Thank you guys so much for hopping on here. I know there's a lot going on, things that are heavy on your hearts and on the hearts of the swim community. Really sorry for the impact of all the things that are happening, and just want you guys to be able to share your story and to see if there's things that we can do as a swim community to rally around. Appreciate you guys coming on in this time and really fighting for something that you believe strongly in. So just real quick, would you each mind just quickly introducing yourself and kind of why you chose Cal Poly in the first place? And we can go from there, and we can start with Alex, if you don't mind.
All right. Yeah. I'm Alex Seybold. I'm a junior on the Cal Poly swim team, and I'm a captain as well of the swim team. And I chose Cal Poly mainly because of its amazing location, its athletic opportunity and academic opportunity. I wanted to study engineering, and Cal Poly was a great school for that. To be completely honest, swimming wasn't complete on the table for me. I was a walk-on, and so I chose to go to this school because of its location and engineering, and then the opportunity presented itself to be able to swim on the team, and I was extremely grateful for that. Because I wanted to continue my swimming career, and it ended up being the best decision I made. And so I'm so glad I did that and got to swim here at Cal Poly.
I couldn't agree more. I'm Cole Groom. I'm also a junior on the swim team, and I chose Cal Poly because its academics are really good. I'm a business major, and I never really met the team before I committed here, but I honestly think that was a blessing in disguise because I've grown so close to everyone on this team, and we truly have these special connections that I wouldn't have if I didn't come here to Cal Poly to swim.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. You guys' team culture and the camaraderie you have there sounds absolutely amazing, and that's one of the most beautiful things about college swimming and college sports in general is those life-changing relationships and bonds that you form that you have forever. Which makes the fact that they have at the moment, and sounds like they're not currently planning on bringing back Cal Poly Swim and cutting the team that much more gut-wrenching. So tell me your guys' first reaction, what you heard, how you've been processing that, how you've kind of just felt about the situation, which I know is a huge question. So wherever you want to start with that. Alex, if you want to go first again, just to keep it simple, we can do that.
All right. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, it was a complete shock. We didn't hear about any sort of news of this until 24 hours before we were told. We were given an email the night before. We had to meet with the athletic department the next morning at 7 a.m. They canceled practice and everything. So it all happened so fast. And I think that is kind of one of the biggest factors in why we're also shocked and having a hard time processing this. We didn't really know it was coming at all, especially after having such a record-breaking season for the school. We did amazing in so many different categories. And so, yeah, I think that's what made it really hard to hear at first.
You found out within 24 hours of the entire world finding out? That wasn't something that was
not even probably
24.
15 hours, night before email.
Basically. 6 p.m. around, we got an email.
Yeah.
And they told us they canceled practice. Mm-hmm. And honestly, for me, I was still in denial before the meeting. I mean, we had kind of heard things, and we weren't sure for 100% sure. And I was still in denial. I was thinking, maybe there's going to be news on the coaches, because we were given 2 co-head coaches. One of them was the head coach of the year.
For a Big West conference.
Yeah, for Big West conference. Yeah. And so it just really was out of nowhere. We thought we had done really well, and I think it was very much undeserved.
Yeah.
So you guys had the coach of the year in Big West Conference. You guys had a record-breaking season, phenomenal performances all year long, and then 15 hours before the world finds out, you find out that the team is just gone.
Yeah, I mean, actually, we didn't even find out until 30 minutes before it was released. The email the night before was just a general email. Practice is canceled. We have a meeting. They didn't say anything about what the meeting was. or anything like that. So
no, yeah, we had no clue.
We found out 30 minutes before they posted everything. And so
that is insane.
Everyone else.
Got it.
That is absolutely insane. So tell me what the athletic director is telling you guys. What's their explanation? What are they saying? What's going on with that side of things?
Yeah, the main reason that he cited was due to financial issues. He talked about the house settlement and how that has affected budget cuts at our school. But I don't know, to be honest, at the beginning of this season, we were highly underfunded. We didn't have a lot of money. We were told we weren't going to get to go to midseason. But he let us, have the opportunity to fundraise. And so we did that. We raised more than enough money to save the team for 1 year. And we made it into the best year this school has ever seen. We went undefeated for the first time.
Awesome.
It was an amazing season. And so to cite financial issues as, the main reason, we just wanted another opportunity to be able to fundraise and try to get one more season, because just not having that opportunity really sucks. We know, especially this team, being how close we are and the connections we have, we know if we were given an opportunity to try again, that we would exceed at doing that. And so it was just hard hearing that we weren't even given the chance.
I know, definitely. I mean, this, like, our swim team, I know I've said it before, but they're such hard workers. And when we were told, they told the parents that we need to raise $80,000 so we could have our swim meet, and we raised $85,000. And so we stopped fundraising. And I feel like when we as a team come together, there's nothing that we can't do. And so for the fact that we weren't given a warning of, we're not going to be able to fund this swim team anymore, we're going to cut you. We weren't giving a warning at all. We were told by the athletic director in the meeting that they knew about 3 months before they told that we were cut, that they were thinking they were going to have to cut us. And then a month before they cut us, that they knew they were going to cut us. And we didn't get any warning beforehand. And they never even gave us the chance, even though we've proven ourselves that we can do it. They didn't give us the chance to fundraise.
That's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So if they knew 3 months in advance that they were considering that, how come you guys weren't notified to start fundraising? So you could come together, like you just said, and hey, we got 3 months to raise X amount of dollars. Like, why is that not something on the table right now? Like, the season is over, right? So you have the whole off season to fund for fall, to like a new season to start. How much money is needed right now to be raised? What are the needs right now? What's being told to you?
Yeah. Well, there was just a meeting with the recruits that, had committed to Cal Poly and the parents. And one of the parents had asked, if we handed you a check for $10 million, would you bring back the team? And they told them no.
What? For $10 million, they wouldn't bring the team back?
They tell us that it's a financial reason for why they're cutting the team. But every time we try offer financial solutions, they just tell us no. They're not giving us the chance.
That's bullcrap. I don't understand. So it's not finances. So what do you guys think it is? Like, what do you think is happening? Because that's bullcrap.
I mean, a lot of it does feel personal. We can't pinpoint anything for sure. One of the things is that everything is effective immediately. And so we weren't allowed to go to practice on Friday. We didn't have practice today. We're not allowed to practice the rest of the season. No weights, a lot of the athletic benefits were just cut off immediately. Yeah. And those are still in the works. We're trying to get those back at least for the rest of the quarter and the season, because it's at no cost to the school to let us use the pool in the morning, especially when the coaches' contracts are still through another month and a half. And so that made it feel a little bit like heart-wrenching, and as well, we asked the athletic director during the meeting if he could name one accomplishment that our team had this season, just to show that he had cared about our team, and maybe he really did try to save it, and this was the final decision. But he couldn't name a single accomplishment we had all season, and there were so many. Yeah. And so that just showed that he was disconnected from the team. He didn't really care.
Yeah,
That's so sad. I don't have any words for that. I mean, like, so can you guys tell me a little bit more about the support from your athletic director over the years? Because it sounds like maybe there's not a whole lot of support right now or effort being given. What does that look like over the course of your time at Cal Poly?
Yeah, I mean, through all of our 3 years, we haven't felt like there has been that support behind us at all. You know, we've gone through 3 different coaches in 3 years, which is kind of crazy to think about. But I do think it really goes to show how adaptive and resilient our group of guys and girls on the team are.
Wow.
And, you know, I think even from the start, after each coach, there hasn't been much push to really like see if we can get this program back on its feet. And so we've had to really help ourselves in that scenario, and just push through each year. Whatever's been thrown our way, we've had to take it for what it is and turn it into as the best thing we can.
Yeah. And from the athletics department in general, we haven't gotten the kind of support that other teams have. We don't really get posted on the story, despite us, you know, we'd constantly have like conference swimmer of the week. We would never be posted on the athletics department story. For funding, they would post for other teams to help, you know, raise thousands to millions of dollars for those other teams. And we never got posted. They never helped us with the fundraising. So.
Wow. So you guys, so they're doing that for everybody else, but they're not doing it for, so there's like a clear difference there. I mean, that's just crazy. It's cool to hear how you guys have come together through all the coaching changes and all the challenges and lack of support and lack of funding and lack of all of that. And just you guys as a team have been like, you know what, if nobody's going to do this for us, we're going to do it ourselves, and we're going to figure it out, and we're going to make it amazing, and we're going to help our team get better and better and better despite all the changes and lack of support. And we're going to fund our own meets, and we're going to do the things that you got. I mean, it's pretty incredible what you guys have done. And, you know, I don't know how good are all the other teams that are at Cal Poly that like they're raising all these funds? That question just popped into my mind. I'm like, you guys are doing all these amazing things and like taking over in your conference and coach of the year and like have this type of fight and fire. Like how good are all these other teams that are being clearly championed more than you?
Yeah,
not to throw anybody under the bus. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying, like in terms of the level that you guys are at, is anybody not at the level that you guys are at, and yet they're getting more support?
Yeah, I definitely think that's a true statement. There are definitely some of the bigger teams that are like money raising sports. Their records and their teams aren't as good as we've proven ourselves, but they still receive a lot more support than we get. And so that's something that's pretty hard to handle. But we go on nonetheless until they tell us we can't.
Exactly.
That's wild. In a performance driven, like sports are performance driven, and you're outperforming other programs at your own school, and to still not get funding, not get support, moral support, like social media support, like anything like that is, you know, it begs a question, like, what can you do? Like, how can you get through to this athletic department? Because if you don't care, like, that's just the only way you overcome that is to get someone to start caring all of a sudden, or get someone else in there. But man, that's wild.
We hope you're enjoying this week's podcast. We want to take a quick break to shout out our sponsors.
Attention, all high school and club swimmers and divers. Are you ready to take your talents to the next level and dive into the collegiate scene? Look no further than ACC Recruiting, your premier destination for college swimming and diving recruitment education. At ACC Recruiting, we specialize in connecting student athletes with the perfect collegiate programs that match their skills and academic aspirations. Our experienced team will guide you through the recruitment process, providing personalized support every stroke of the way. Don't let your dreams sink. Visit ACC Recruiting today and make a splash in your future. Dive into success with ACC Recruiting, where champions are born. Visit our website now or call us at 314-518-8844. That's 314-518-8844. ACC Recruiting, your gateway to collegiate swimming and diving excellence. Resistance bands are a must-have for dry land. Elite Athlete Power Band kits are designed to give you a cost-effective way to improve performance and reduce the risk of injury. These high-quality kits last longer and are versatile enough to provide total body workouts anywhere, anytime. The levels of resistance are ideal for progressing youth athletes without weight increases that are too large. Go to the link provided on the SwimStrong Dryland website, click on the Training tab, and search Equipment Suggestion Lists, and get your Elite Athlete resistance bands today. I know we're all trying to get better in the pool, which requires countless hours of training both in and out of the water. With that, I bet every swimmer has experienced dry, damaged skin and hair, not to mention the itchiness and lingering chlorine smell. I recently discovered TryHard, and after a few great conversations, we decided to team up to improve every swimmer's experience in and out of the pool. TryHard offers chlorine removal products specifically designed for swimmers to remove chlorine, hydrate your skin, eliminate those chlorine odors, and even minimize those annoying goggle marks. It's the perfect post-swim TLC for all swimmers, letting you focus on your sport without worrying about permanent skin and hair damage. If you're interested in learning more, click the link below. They've kindly offered you 20% off to give them a try with code STRONG, STRONG. Let us know your thoughts, and happy chlorine-free swimming. Now, back to our episode. In terms of next steps that you guys, it sounds like obviously you guys have already been fighting, like, and turning the wheels of what can we do? What are some of the ideas that you've come up with? Like, obviously you talked about finances and them shutting you down multiple times. So it's not that the athletic director doesn't seem to give a rip about the swim team, which is an absolute travesty. Like, how does the athletic director not care about the swim and dive team? Like, it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, that alone is like blowing my mind right now that he can't name one accomplishment of the team that he oversees. Like, what a disgrace.
Especially the best.
For real.
Yeah.
What are other avenues you guys are thinking of? What are other things that you can possibly, that you've brainstormed to, like, either like just get the ear of the AD so they'll like hear you in a different way, to get the ear of the school, to like get some sort of movement going? Is there any other ideas that you have that you can think of that, hey, if the swimming world comes together behind us, maybe we could see some movement here?
Well, we do have, like, we're trying to reach out to the governor and, local politicians and stuff. We're trying to, get the word out to them so they can, put a little pressure on Cal Poly to try to get the program reinstated. And we're creating templates for swimmers, alumni, anyone that cares about our team, to reach out to them and, put pressure on them so that they can put a pressure on Cal Poly and the athletics department to reinstate the team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, also one of our main goals is that we want to spread the word just so that this doesn't happen to anybody else. Like, I wouldn't wish this to happen at any other team across the country. So just for people to know our story and know how, like, hard it is for us, and just, we've received so much support from everyone, and we just want this to kind of be its last of its kind type of situation, and we don't want it to happen to anyone else. So just spreading the word, getting the news out there, that's another one of our goals. And we are trying to garner support from anybody we know and network to try to reinstate the program, if that's a thing we can do.
Man. I mean, it's inspiring what you guys are doing and going out and really fighting for your team and for so many people that, like, yeah, they don't even realize you're fighting for them right now too, because their team, it's same thing could happen to them. Can you, just on the personal side of this, can you describe, you guys are both juniors going into senior year, so next year was going to be the year to finish, right? To finish out your swim career and kind of cap off an amazing run that you've had at Cal Poly. And obviously, life is, there's so many things outside of swimming, but swimming helps forge so many relationships and helps you grow in character. And I personally, like, I myself, and I'm sure many companies love hiring swim athletes, because swim athletes are just like some of the hardest working people you'll ever meet, who understand discipline, time management, dedication, like teamwork, and like all the components that are required for success. And anyway, whatever pictures you had of your senior year have now just been completely upended. And I'm just wondering, if you could share kind of the emotional side of like what things that you've thought about, I'm not going to get this now, like things that you're going to be missing if a miracle doesn't happen.
Yeah. Well, for me personally, I mean, I've been swimming for 11 years now. It's been such an important part of my life. And to have that suddenly taken away from me, I'm still kind of processing it. It feels like it's been months. It's so draining just to think about this and talk about it. It feels like it's been months, even though it's only been a few days now since our program got cut. But the worst part for me probably is that, for the juniors and our class, we won't get a senior meet. So the freshmen and sophomores, some of them are looking to transfer, and hopefully they can continue their swimming careers. And, we're all there because we're a family. We're there to support them. But for a lot of the juniors, we're thinking of, there's not much we can do. And so having that taken away from us is heartbreaking. We won't get a senior meet. We didn't know that that was our last conference. We didn't know that those last swims were going to be our last swims. So now we have to just go on with our lives as if nothing's happened. And there's this huge gaping hole, at least for me.
I completely agree. Like, not knowing that swim might have been the last swim is really hard to process. And even from a team perspective, we had insane goals for next year. We know we could have won conference next year. Our trajectory has been increasing, and we know we were bringing in some great recruits. And so we wanted to win conference next year. A couple of the guys on our team were trying to make NCAAs. We're really close this year. And so we wanted to send some guys there, and we were really looking forward to next season. And so it was hard for that to be taken away. And I feel especially for the recruits who were all promised a spot on this team. I don't know if you've heard, but we actually had a recruit from Georgia on campus when this meeting happened. He flew across the country and was here. It didn't know this was going to happen.
Oh my gosh.
He didn't know. And so it was really hard. Yeah, I know they were really looking forward. They probably gave up other opportunities because they wanted to come here. And so they're in a very tough situation as well. Even though they haven't been on the team yet, they're still part of this situation.
Wow. That's absolutely nuts. I mean, I can't even imagine being in your guys' shoes and the recruit shoes and the team just thinking about all the goals and things that you're building towards, and it just changed. Because that's how swimming works. We always think in terms of, all right, this next season we're going to do this, and you're always dreaming about and getting excited about things, and you start the off-season training, and there's just so many cool moments that happen in that whole process that's way beyond just like if you guys went out one conference and did all kinds of the things that you had set out to do, that's awesome. But all the things that you did in that whole journey leading up to it are the things that you'd never forget. Right. And now you don't get that. And so how is your coach processing it? What's kind of steps that the coaching staff is taking at this moment in time?
Yeah, I mean, we had an two interim coaches this year. And so their contracts were going to end in the next month or so. They were also completely shocked by this decision. They didn't know it was going to happen. And they're also, having a tough time processing just like we are, and helping us figure out the next steps moving forward. They've been really supportive of us. And so, yeah, we don't really know how, their situation looks like going forward. Yeah.
Yeah, because they have careers that they're also trying to grow, and jobs that they have to think about. And I mean, the impact is just so much bigger than people realize. And it's like to just say, oh, we're just cutting this, like the effect of how many people that impacts across the swimming community and individual people's families, friend circles, and just lives is unreal. And so for someone to just be in a position to not even give an opportunity, it's like, I understand that there's hard things happening with this House versus NCAA thing and the way things are changing, but to not even have an opportunity to have a solution for this, to not even give y'all who are willing to do whatever it takes to make it, like just sitting here talking to you guys, and you guys both were a part of the Swim Strong program too with your club teams in high school, and just I know the mindset that comes with that, and all the work that you put in from club swimming all the way through college. And it's just like I don't think there's anything that you guys couldn't do if you were given the opportunity to do it. And I would just like to see the athletic director give you a chance to do something about it and see how that could be the most inspiring story of all. Like, all the stuff you're doing in the pool is amazing, but doing something outside the pool and how people can come together and really challenge something that somebody thought was a lost cause to the point where they didn't even give it a try is just, I think that's the hardest part to process from the outside. It's just like, give the kids a chance, like give them a chance to do something, but like just giving up and taking that away is just, it's frustrating, man. But for you guys, obviously it's even at a whole nother level. And so anyway, I, in terms of like, just, for people reaching, like if someone wants to reach out, would emailing the athletic director be the best way to go? You talked about reaching out to the governor. Like, who are the people who have the influence that maybe we could put an email link in like the podcast profile or the caption that people could reach out to if they want to make a difference?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if reaching out to the athletic department is our best option right now. We've received a lot of support, like personally, and we're still figuring out how to turn that into the most effective approach back at them. And so, yeah, we're just trying to meet with people that we know have our backs, like alumni, and try to figure out our next steps moving forward. Everything's just happening so fast right now. And so we're figuring out that process.
Yeah. Really just for now, just try and get the word out. Just, when this podcast comes out, please post on your story and, just getting the word out. If it causes enough, like a little bit of a disturbance, that can get them to start paying attention. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. The more people that hear it and the more ideas that could come to people's minds of how to possibly support you all and go after saving this program that's done such amazing things and had such a big impact. So for everybody watching, share this, think of ideas of how you can support Cal Poly Swim. I think the more and more people we have coming together on this, the greater the chance of something happening. But if nothing else, like you mentioned too, inspiring other people to fight for programs that are still in right now, to try to avoid this from happening. I mean, the impact that you guys are having in your fight could be huge, well beyond what which just speaks even more to your character, where you're just like, we want to save our team and do everything it takes, but we also want to help other people never feel this. That's just super cool. I really appreciate you guys coming on. I know it's been a whirlwind for you. We are more than happy to get the word out. If you think of any other specific avenues as you continue to gather your thoughts and get more ideas from people over the next couple weeks and months and stuff, let us know how we can be helpful in sharing different things and putting different initiatives out there. Swim Strong is definitely in support of y'all and however we can be. So any final things you guys would like to say before we sign off, just to anybody listening?
Well, I'd just like to say thank you so much for, having us on your podcast, getting the word out for us. And you have always been there for me throughout my athletic career as a swimmer. And, not just now, you've given me so much support right now, and the team, you're helping us out, but also, in high school, my club, you've always been there. So I just want to say thank you so much for supporting us. We really appreciate it.
It means a lot. It's a pleasure, dude. It's been such a joy to be a part of your swim journey, and see you do the things that you've done and get to know you as a person, though, even beyond the pool is inspiring, but as a person. And so it means a lot, Cole. I appreciate it. We love you, man.
Love you too, man.
Cool. Alex, any final words that you have?
No, I mean, this is going to be extremely helpful for our cause. And so thank you again for having us on here. I mean, we're just going to look at next steps and figure out how to attack this problem. We're not going to stop until we believe we've done everything we can. So that's what we're doing.
I love it. Love it. Well, Alex, Cole, thank you both so much for coming on here. And we'll be fighting with you, brothers. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
If you enjoyed this episode, subscribe to our YouTube channel to catch a new episode each Monday. You can also check us out on social media at SwimStrong Dryland. If you would like to join the SwimStrong family, visit our website at swimstrongdryland.com.